F is shot in this film. Did they predict his real life stabbing?
ठीक so.
What if I told you that there is an Indian James Bond film where the main character has a dance off in the climax? Scratch that. What if I told you that in this film the female lead is a mass murdering bomber who also does an item song with another woman? Yes, right.
You had my curiosity, but now you have my attention.
Well, stick around to find out more about Agent Vinod, the greatest Indian spy thriller that you didn't know about. Agent Vinod starts with Saif Ali Khan working with Ravi Kishan as his partner investigating a terrorist group which is supplying mini nuclear bombs. They plan to blast this bomb in Delhi and seem to be mixed up with, you guessed it, USA. Oh, no wait, Pakistan. At one point in the film, Ram Kapoor plays a Russian mafioso who has to figure out which of his bodyguards is an Indian spy. By the way, this is what his bodyguards look like.
क्या बोलूं मैं इस पे क्या बोलूं क्या अब मैं इस पे
Anyways, he dies immediately after this, but he leads Vinod to a dawn in Dubai, and who is his doctor? Kareena Kapoor. Saif and Kareena fall in love and also foreshadow their real life son Taimur.
होटल गजीबो कराची में।
She then, like any Indian heroine, performs an item song and dies, while Saif can't see her getting all the attention and puts on a show of his own for the bodyguard.
याको भाई ठीक so.
Look where Saif is shot in this film. Did they predict his real life stabbing? Now that you have had a detailed and really accurate rundown of the film, let's get to what I liked and disliked about it. Firstly, I liked the spy genre, and Saif does seem to pull off this suave, larger than life, sleek and sexy spy look. I also like some of the cinematic choices, like this one single take shot and the use of shadows, and the way the main villain, or I guess one of the villain, is killed off in the film. This film also has some campy tropes that I liked, because it is, after all, inspired by James Bond, which is a really campy spy film before the Daniel Craig era, at least. Things I didn't like. Vinod is a passive character. Generally, people get killed or reveal info to him rather than him figuring out much of the plot on his own or killing the people. This makes him seem really not that smart, which is an essential quality of a spy. He also doesn't kill the villain in the film, comparing it to Casino Royale. Bond doesn't kill Matt's character, but he does kill the man behind it all and delivers his iconic line.
The name's Bond. James Bond.
In Agent Vinod, the fake villain dies because the main villain kills him, and the main villain dies because the terrorist that he was funding blow him up. Yes, it's an interesting take and like a moral thing in the story, but it makes the protagonist really passive. Also, the badass scene from Casino Royale is played off using a random female assassin we see earlier in the film. Obviously, they don't have to copy Casino Royale, but the point is, all the aura moments for Vinod are missing, and that assassin scene where he tells who he is, it's not that. It's okay, I guess. Neither is his character a complete goofball like Deadpool or Austin Powers, where his incompetence and unearned success or victory are punchline themselves. They also fail at world building, which I think is an issue with most Indian films, which makes them fail at becoming a franchise but also really makes me not care about the stakes of the movie. I'm not saying shove in random characters that I can relate to or care about, but maybe sitting with the character, taking in the setting, and showing one-off interactions to build the personality of the main character. It's kind of essential. The item song was not needed and made no fucking sense. Kareena Kapoor's character was not some dancer in the wedding, they seemed like guests, and her dancing did not help the plot. She was just dancing because it is normalized for every female lead in an Indian movie to be sexualized. Overall, I would give Agent Vinod a solid 6 out of 10. If you are in for some mindless fun or want to see Saif being Saif and acting goofy, this is a pretty good watch. Peace.